Welcome to the world of professional dental materials made by OLIDENT. You will find out what makes OLIDENT products special, how to use them, and how they can change your everyday work. OliSil Mono is an a-silicone impression material offering high final hardness. It is ideal for taking single and double layer impressions in implantology. OliSil Mono is available only in the Maxi Mix cartridge, which guarantees clean and fast application. In addition, thanks to the automatic mixing, the material is always homogeneous and bubble-free. You can also use it to fill an intraoral syringe directly from the machine. The ideal initial flowability of OliSil Mono allows easy application on the preparation area with a standard syringe. At the same time, it is very stable in the tray as the first layer material. When taking an impression, it becomes flowable again and enables reproduction of the smallest details. Thanks to its high material memory, OliSil Mono is resistant to deformations when removing the impression from the oral cavity. Optimal flexibility combined with high final hardness allows for repeated casting of the model without deformations and without losing dimensional stability. The hardness of OliSil Mono after setting is 70 on the Shaw A scale. It is one of the hardest silicone materials available on the market. This is important in implant prosthetic treatment, where an impression should accurately register and transfer the three-dimensional position of the implant onto a model. The reliable impression stability is particularly significant in the case of impressions with multiple implants. OliSil HYDRO is an extremely fine-flowing a-silicone correction impression material for use in all impression techniques. Its versatility and reliability have made it one of the most trusted impression materials on the market. In implant prosthetics, it guarantees perfect reproduction of the soft tissues around the implant. OliSil HYDRO is a premium impression material which combines two seemingly distant features: flowability and stability. It is highly flowable during application, but at the same time, it does not flow down the preparation site and does not drip. If necessary, it is enough to apply a small force, for example, blow air from the unit, to ensure that the material reaches the desired areas. The result is an extremely detailed impression followed by perfectly fitting prosthetic restorations. OliSil HYDRO displays excellent adhesion to moist surfaces of teeth and the mucosa. The pressure buildup displaces residual water and saliva, and the hydrophilic properties of the material ensure that it flows into even the most inaccessible places. This guarantees highly precise reproduction of details, especially with regard to subgingival areas. Hydrophilic properties are perfectly illustrated by the so-called wettability test. It imitates the behavior of an impression material in the moist environment inside the oral cavity. The active surfactants in OliSil HYDRO reduce its surface tension when in contact with liquid. The lower the tension, the better the material will be able to reproduce details in the moist environment. Other factors determining the quality of impressions include the resistance to tearing and deformations when removing the tray with the set impression material. OliSil HYDRO meets these requirements, hence protects the smallest details of the impression. The procedure of open tray implant impression technique. When working with a-silicone impression materials, remember not to use latex and powdered gloves because contact with sulfur compounds may affect the setting process. Border locks are disposable trays used for taking impressions with the so-called open tray technique. Their transparency enables faultless marking of window position, while wall thickness, even after milling, guarantees the stability of a metal tray. The process of impression taking is performed during a single visit and the individual tray preparation stage is omitted. The set includes a special size gauge, which helps to select the right tray. For the maxilla, measurement gauges should rest on the second molar and the second premolar from the vestibular side, and in the case of the mandible, from the lingual side. The measurement should be transferred to the attached template to read the number of the indicated tray. Please check if it does not compress the mucous membrane. Before an impression is taken, an impression transfer, which extends the implant's long axis and protrudes beyond the impression tray, is screwed to the implant. The position of the hole of the transfer should be marked on the selected tray. Next, make a window using a milling cutter. During impression taking, the transfer must not press against the edge of the hole. It is recommended to make the cut with a slight excess. Body lock tray should be covered with a special adhesive for a-silicones, which increases adhesion of the impression material. OliSil adhesive has been used in this case. The packaging includes a bottle with the adhesive and a set of application brushes. The short drying time of the adhesive allows to proceed immediately to the next stage of the procedure. We recommend Oli Orange for removing adhesive and impression material residues from impression trays. It also removes remains of gypsum, cement, and other impurities from the dental instruments. The OliSil Mono packaging contains one cartridge with the impression material, mixing tips, and a fixing ring. The cartridge must be placed in a mixing machine. All OliSil impression materials are compatible with standard devices available on the market. The safety plug should be removed and discarded. The used mixing tip with the set material will serve as a plug until next use. The OliSil HYDRO packaging contains two cartridges with the impression material, mixing tips, and intraoral tips. The OliSil HYDRO cartridge should be placed in a dosing gun with a mixing ratio of 1:1. The safety plug should be removed and discarded. Attach a mixing tip and an intraoral tip. The used mixing tip with the set material will serve as a plug until next use. During the first use of the cartridge, squeeze out approximately 2 cm of the impression material and discard it. This will allow leveling out the base material and the catalyst in the cartridge. Please notice that together with the tray material application, you need to begin syringing the prepared implant prosthetic field with the OliSil HYDRO. During the first use of the cartridge, squeeze out approximately 2 cm of the impression material and discard it. This will allow leveling out the base material and the catalyst in the cartridge. When syringing with the correction material, make sure that the mixing tip is always submerged in the material. If necessary, you can gently blow air to move the impression material to a desired location. The tray should be inserted gently and uniformly into the oral cavity parallel to the entire dental arch. Any other method brings about the risk of voids in the margin. Hold the tray in place until both impression materials have hardened. After setting of the impression materials, the transfer screw should be loosened and the impression removed, with the transfer placed inside the material. After rinsing with water and disinfection, the impression is ready to be sent to the laboratory. Perfect indexation of the implant position and actual reproduction of the prosthetic field are essential for clinical success. This is why the properties of OliSil materials are appreciated by both dental practitioners and technicians. Visit our YouTube channel or our website at www.olident.com to learn more about all OLIDENT products.